Oh, before I say this, only do this if you are single. All right, don't use your shower room as a potting shed unless you are 100% living alone. Because if you do, and you're not living alone, you soon will be. And as you can see from my shower room, I have been preparing more seeds. Oh, in my shadow. Where is it? Wait, it's not a tray. You can't poop there. So what I've done is I've put in some more broad beans. What I'm going to do is germinate these inside. By that time, they should be ready. The greenhouse should be ready. So I'll pop them into the greenhouse to partly harden off. And then later on, maybe a cold frame after I know the main frosts are gone. But these are pretty, if they develop quite well, these are pretty frost resistant. Now, normally legumes don't like having their roots played with. So I'll try to actually just pull them out in a block out of these are 1 litre. Do you mind? These are 1 litre oat milk cartons. I've just cut the lid off. I can't afford hundreds of trays at the moment. I've got a few, and I've got some compartmentalised ones. I forget what they're called now, but I've got some of those which I've been given. But in general, I don't have a lot of seed trays, so I use these things. You can cut the corner off the bottom to make sure that they're free draining. It's all pretty good. These are how I did the original ones, and I know they do work. So what I'll do is I'll keep them on the windsill, either in here, filthy, or in the living room on trays like this. And I've got other trays to actually put them on. And then during the time when the frosts are not so heavy, I might move them. I'm also doing peas as well, but they're a bigger. Do you mind? This is my little area. Go on, out. No, then it's not poop tray. No, your poop tray's in the living room. Go on. Sulking. Right. Yeah, so totally forgot what I was saying. Yeah, so I'll put them out later on. Now, the peas are a bit of a risk because they should be either done in autumn so that they're a bit stockier, but we'll see, you know. Nothing is written in stone. It's all pretty much, see how it goes. All right, and I've done another tray of spring onions because the last one's died. Now, those I might have to keep in the greenhouse for quite a while and maybe pot on. But we shall see. So 1 row of Banyard's Exhibition and 1 row of the Saturn. Those 3 are empty at the moment. They might be for peas. Why won't you take the hint? Oh, she's sulking. Right, okay. So more stuff sown. Oh, those were going to be for garlic. I've got some 99p organic garlics from Morrison's that I bought. And they've started to go a little bit sprouty inside, so I don't really want to use them. So I'll try planting them again. What I thought is that instead of having proper garlic, I might get green garlic out of it and use the stems for food. I forget what they're called. I'll put it up on screen. But yeah, so green garlic is where it stays as a single bulb. It's still very edible, but it doesn't make cloves. And as I say, you can use the green part, the stem, for food as well. Slips, I think they're called slips. All right. What are you doing? What? What is it? What's the matter? She doesn't meow, she sort of whines. Oh, what is it? What's the matter? She's sulking. All right, it's enough. Bye. It is a fairly lovely New Year's Day. It's only about 9:30 in the morning. Apart from a few bits of noisy traffic, it's very peaceful. Lovely sunny day. So jobs for January. That tree and those hanging over trees I want to remove. This one's almost dead. It will give this one more light and opportunity to grow. As you see, they're both pretty cankered up with dead ivy growth, so it'd be nice to get rid of that ivy. Horrible, that ivy really is. I don't like ivy at all, I've decided. I've planted more beans and peas at home and some more spring onions. Those are the ones that suffered the worst during the attack of the frosts. Some will survive, but there's a few that are definitely dying off, which is a bit of a shame. Other than that, everything else is looking great. I've hacked around at the kale and spinach and removed the bottom leaves to give the stronger ones a better chance to recover from the frost. The wind's blown these off, so what I'm going to do is use the cola bottles, the 2 litre ones, cut the top off and put those over the poles to make them a bit less vulnerable to wind and knocking off. Other than that, everything else is lovely. I'm going to take a couple of photos for Instagram. No work today. It's the 1st of January, New Year's Day, so I thought I'd have a few days of contemplation and relaxation. Happy New Year. Well, here we are, 2nd of January. Lovely, beautiful day again. Lovely sky. I'm down on the allotment. I have one job today, and that's to remove this scaffolding netting and replace all of these little flower pots with half 2 litre water bottles, make them more secure. So I'm going to take all the netting off, bring it all this way, pop it down here, and replace all of the parts and do it there. Oh, there's people looking at my pond. So there we go, that's what I'll be doing today. So this is what we're doing. All these posts, just getting a 2 litre and popping it on top, as well as wobbling around and keeping the birds away with the noise. They won't fly off in the wind like the little flower pots did. There we go, let's have a look while it's off. It'll be interesting to see how long the leeks keep going. Again, these were donated by an allotment plot holder. Turnips that I planted for overwintering seem to be doing alright, holding their own. Something's eating them, but they'll probably sit there until spring. Again, the beetroot, I've taken a few beetroot leaves, not that many. They survived the freeze, which is lovely. Here's the shallots, the cauliflowers, they seem to have survived. 1 or 2 looking a little tiny, but again, these are the types of things that will sit dormant and then shoot up in the spring. There's all the spinach, and I've cut most of the dead leaves off now. Just the cores still there, and the same with the kale. Most of the bottom stuff has been cut away, and I'm still cutting stuff away. I won't bother weeding at the moment. The ground's still very mucky. But yeah, I'll get the rest of those pots put on and then put the covering back on. So the way I secure the netting to the ground is I get the spade, place the edge of the spade on the netting and just press in gently. And I don't suggest you do this with the black larger netting, the plastic stuff. It's fine with this scaffolding netting, but what that does, it just pushes the netting in a few centimetres into the ground, and that's sufficient to hold it. And if you do that all the way around, not only does it stop all the birds and slugs and other horrible things getting in, but it secures the netting quite firmly. Ah, beautiful in the sunshine, really nice. Hello, there we go. Yeah, I'm not overly confident the peas are going to survive, but I've replanted those, as you saw earlier. So there's the peas. As you see, they're looking really poor for themselves. And then there's a lot of the broad beans are looking okay, even though they're black, but some of them have actually died off. Oh well, it is what it is. Can't expect nature to let us have it all our own way. There we go. Quick demonstration, one hand. There we go. Yeah, that's it. Something needs gentle touch. If you feel it or see it tearing, obviously don't do it. But if you do this all the way round, you provide a continuous barrier. No cost, no. Most importantly, no bits of wood or bricks or stones where slugs can hide underneath. There we go. Just press down and you have your continuous protection. The wind can't get in and you're not using stones or anything to keep it held down. I've got to do the other side yet. Job done. It is really chilly today and I forgot my hat. Yeah. It's the Tuesday the 3rd of January. It is cold. It is down into single figures now. And but you know, needs must come down. So today's job is I'm going to start tackling the group of hawthorn trees by the side of the pond that have unfortunately seen better days. These ones to be exact. Sorry about the road noise again. Unfortunately, they're pretty much decrepit and dead, so I'm going to remove all of the longer ones. There's 5 there, although one of them is a double one, but I removed those just above the single units here, so where you see it double out, I'll just go above it and do that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get rid of those. I'll open up this area a bit more. I mean, as you see, they're pretty decrepit. The ivy's had them years, I think, of people dumping potash under the roots. Hasn't done many favours, and the ivy's finished them off, choked them. So this one's still going. We'll leave this one as it is. I'll make sure that the ivy, that as you see is strangling it. Look at that. Oh, it's like something out of Alien versus Predator. I'll make sure that the ivy stays off them this year, and we'll use the stumps for other things, maybe to grow stuff up, nice flowers and things. Well, I'm just going to quickly speak to see if I can get in between the traffic and the wind. There we go, all cut down. Opens out the pond a little bit more light, a little bit less dead. A little bit more traffic noise. Yeah, so hopefully then that will allow more light around this area, so we get more than just ivy growing, and it will stop the decaying of the trees. Now that might even sprout new hawthorn. If it's a healthy tree it will do, but I'm not hopeful. It was very, very mouldy and rotten at the top, but we may get another hawthorn out the bottom. That'll be nice. I'll keep it small and bushy, just to cover this area, give the pond a bit of shade in various places. Right, that's it. I'm going to go home, get a coffee, warm my hands because I'm freezing, and we'll say goodbye to the pond for another day.